Have you ever wanted more pleasure in your life? Oh, you're in the right space. Hey, it's Rachel. Been an intimacy coach for 10 years, and that's inspired me to do this series all year long, talk about ways to incorporate pleasure into your everyday life for you. Also in a partnered relationship if you're interested, but no tools necessary. This month, we're talking about content, so tangible advice to implement. Now, you may have noticed, by the way, that all of my series, I talk about implementing pleasure, where we're not necessarily talking directly about pleasure, but it all, again, is about compounding. Because when we get clear about what we like, when we get clear about what we need, when we get clear about how to vocalize these needs to a partner, that's going to compound getting what we want, which leads to greater desire, which leads to better pleasure. Okay, so that's how it works, okay? I was just like sneakily getting you in here with all this advice by talking about the word pleasure in the first 3.5 seconds. I know how this FYP works, okay? So today what I'm going to talk about is understanding your own blueprint. This is something I am always talking to my clients about. When we understand our own blueprint to success, then we get to be successful, right? Now, the problem is that we are given a blueprint, okay? From the moment we're born to all of our programmable years. Now, the most important programmable years are typically up until like age 12. It's arguable, right? But most important is that your brain doesn't stop forming at 12. Your brain stops forming in your early 20s. And so even though you might not necessarily need as much influence or guidance between the years of 12 to 20s, you still need it, okay? Because you're still trying to figure out who you are. And during those times, I'm just saying you're impressionable, basically, okay? So everything you've ever learned in terms of a belief system, which is a belief is just a thought you think all the time. Did you know that? That just means that you can change your mind about what you think. That's all it is, okay? So when you're programmed with parents, teachers, pastors, people of influence telling you who you are, telling you how to show up, telling you how you'll be successful, you don't have the ability to plan that for yourself. And that is a rare occasion that is the way people are raised, where they have the ability to cultivate that mindset on their own, mostly organically, but again, with some guidance. That's not the norm. For a majority of us, including myself, I absolutely just replicated what I had from growing up because I didn't know any better. I didn't know there was a different option. I didn't know there was a different path. I didn't know there was a different choice. And plus, my program is chronic people pleasing. So I'm absolutely going to try my best to show up like my parents because I don't want to disappoint them, even on a subconscious level, because they weren't happy. I don't want to replicate that unhappiness, but I'm going to do it because that's all I know. Okay. So when we understand our own blueprint, just like that word vomit I just spewed out to you, I understand that about myself. I understand that I seek validation. I understand that I need a lot of reassurance. I understand that I operate best when I know that I'm safe. This allows for me to articulate these things to my partner. So my partner understands my behavior. Most importantly, he doesn't take it personally if I'm having a bad day because it has nothing to do with him. It's like somebody triggered me in the grocery line. I didn't even know. Okay, all that kind of stuff. When we understand our own blueprint, we can then roll it up, hand it to somebody else, and it is now a manual on how to love us. And they can either choose to read it and become masters of that love, or they can pass it off to somebody who can handle us. Okay? So, I'm running out of time, so I can't wrap this up beautifully like I tend to do, which is not true. I usually word vomit and then I scroll and I don't know what I'm saying, but just thanks for being here. You know, I appreciate you. Have a great day. I'll see you tomorrow. I love you. Bye.